Hi and welcome on Ludovox. I am in Cannes, in the festival of Cannes, and we are here on the booth of La Boîte de Jeux, which is a French publisher, and you are going to have a Kickstarter about this game, this particular game, which is called Outlive.
Yes, exactly. So we are releasing a Kickstarter for Outlive at the end of March, start of April.
This year, so 2016. And this is, you told me, post-apocalyptic worker placement game. So how does it work? What's the theme of it?
Okay, so, well, first of all, so it's a management resource game, type of game, but with a strong theme. As you said, it's a post-apocalyptic world where the humanity has been wiped out. So there is only few survivors that took shelters underground. Okay, so the game takes place in 6 days. You will have 6 days to try to reach the protected cities. But in order to do so, they need to gather skills, resources, and be the more interesting for the cities to get. Okay, so the game takes place outside and inside in 2 phases, which is days and night. The days is outside, and heroes will gather resources, will fight between each other, and try to handle starving and everything. And on the night, you will handle the shelter. Well, they will have to build new rooms, to recruit some new people, to build objects, to feed the people, and try not to gain too many radioactivity, because when you have another harm in your back, it could be useful, but it also could be a pain in the ass. So
Lethal.
yes, exactly.
So I have a few questions regarding this, because well, we have meeples that are 3D printed here, but they have figures. So we have 3s, a 4, and a 5. Is that the strength of the meeple, or is it something else?
Exactly. This is the strength of the meeple. It's their ability to conduct actions. Well, what is important is that when you play meeple outside, they will have some constraints to move, and they will have some constraints to gather resources. So when you have people with a 3 strength, it means that he can gather 3 resources when he's on some place where there is resources to gather. Okay? The other idea is, well, you are not alone in this world, so you will have adversaries, and these adversaries have strength too. So you can yes.
With this yellow meeple, I can just kick your 4.
Some pressure on me and try to steal me some goods. So what is very interesting is you need to move 1 meeple at a time, but you can move 1 meeple on a place that there is already one of your meeple. So you have to handle the time when you do the thing, and you have to be careful, because if you move a very low strength meeple, it can be pressured by the other players, and it can suffer from it, and you can have your goods stolen. So you have to think a lot of what will I do, when will I do it, what will other people do, and how can I handle things.
Can you circumvent the strength of a meeple, for example, with bullets, or can you shoot people? Can you kill the meeple?
Well, no, you never kill meeple, but they can go away from your shelters. But your heroes will always stay alive on the outside world. They are very strength meeple. So but you have a very good question with the bullets. The bullets are used for 2 things. The first of which is hunting. You can hunt some animals in the game to gather some food. So you will have to match the strength of the creature you try to hunt and the strength of your meeple. And you can use bullets in order to do so. But bullets can be used to scare another player that is stronger than you. So you just have to complete the gap between your 2 strengths.
Okay, and what about the nighttime and the shelter? Because we have tiles here, so I think we can improve the shelter, and we have empty spaces here. So is it still like a resource building game, or a development game?
Yes, actually, on the first phase, as I said, you need to gather resources. these resources will be used on the night part in your shelters. You will need to feed your people, so you will need some commodities like food and water, and you will have some here. You will have some workers that will work and come to your shelter. They can be used to handle radioactivity or be used in the room. At the beginning of the game, you will have a certain amount of room that will help you to build a strategy, but all these rooms are not construct, so you need to build them, okay? In order to do so, you need to spend some resources like metal, wood, and chips. And you also have the ammunition, as we told before. So you will need to build room, you will need to put some worker on this room if you want to benefit from an effect that will help you to be more effective on the board game or here, or sometimes earn some points.
Okay, because the tribe that's going to pick us up and to bring us to like the protected city will get the most prestigious one, and it's a victory point game essentially.
Yes, it's a victory point game because what you do is that you will try to earn some points. There is 3 different ways to earn points. The first of which is building objects. Objects are a very specific part of the game because, when you find some object outside, they will be broken. So you will need to rebuild it, and you will need to use resources in order to do so. Object will help you. They will give you some power. Some effects that you can apply either inside or outside the world. So, and building one object will give you some points. And some objects have, you see, just here, a small part that can be completed with another one, with its twin ones, and this will give you an extra point. So I will have 1 point, plus 1 point for the pair. Okay? So it's one of the scoring points, possibilities. The other one is with your worker. The more worker you will have, the more points you will do. It will also be used with the rooms. If you have completed all the rooms with your workers, you will earn some extra points. But beware, because the more worker you will have, the more food you will need. And the last possibility is events that we haven't talked yet, which is some events that will occur at the beginning of each turn, and they will put some pressure on the player. So you have this one that will reduce the reserve of here the ammunition, so you will have less bullets on the game. So when you try to resolve it, you will have to pay a certain amount of resources, and you will earn some points at the end of the game. But which is interesting is that when it's not completed, it will stay in the game. So events will add to each other until they will be solved.
And build up the pressure on the players, so they still have to at least cooperate a little bit, even if they vie for the points for specific events.
Exactly, but not always all of them, because there is some rooms that can help you to prevent some effect of the event. So you have to build your strategy according to that.
For example, here we have glaciation. I think that, for example, we may have like a heater room. So if we burn some wood, probably we can do stuff and survive it.
Yeah, exactly. You will have some rooms that will protect you from all events occurring for everybody. They will not be impacted by events that reduce the resources on somewhere, because it affects everyone. But when it's like this one, glaciation, you will have one death on your shelter. But if you are correctly protected, well, you don't care. So you don't need to resolve it, and you can focus on something else in order to gain points.
What about these characters here? Are they our leaders, the heroes that we're going to use? How are they going to impact what we do? Is that our setup, for example?
Exactly. As you can see, there is some position here. So leaders give you your first line of strategy, because they will give you some resources, they will give you some objects, and they will give you a placement. Which is important is that you just have a general placement. You can put any character you want on one of these 4 spots, but it can be your 3, it can be your 5, so it's helps to replayability, and you have a lot of leaders, and you will see that your strategy will be highly impacted according to what you choose to do.
So we have these are the base resources that they get, and this means that every time I will go to the dam, I can get 1 additional water. So everyone has a specific power. How many heroes do you have? 9 or 10? 1, 2. You have 8? Okay.
There is 8 soul leaders. There will be a lot more in the Kickstarter because we plan, with the help of the backer, to improve number of leaders and specific effects, number of events, and a lot of other stuff like improvement of the material of the games and stuff like that.
I was going to ask for that. So, what is your philosophy for the Kickstarter? Are you just going to increase the amount of gameplay in the game, or are you just going to keep the gameplay a bit fixed, maybe upgrade it a little bit, but focus more on the material aspect of the game?
Yeah, what is important to understand is that the author, Greg Oliver, and us at La Boîte de Jeux, we work a lot on the equilibrium of the game. It's very, very well balanced, exactly. So we do not want to add some stuff, some stretch goals that will broke this balance. So we thought a lot of what to do. Everything has been tested. So we'll add some new objects, some new leaders, some new events, an improve of materials, maybe some mini extensions. But everything has been improved, and the idea is not to break the balance because all the interest of the game is in this balance where you can't do everything, and you will have to choose, and you will be frustrated not to can be able to do that and this, and we don't want with some extra stretch goal to break this. So we'll be very careful.
Okay, so it is for March, April 2016, so the end of the first quarter, and we are eagerly waiting for the Kickstarter. Thank you, Mathieu, and see you on Ludovox probably.
See you, bye-bye.
Have a nice festival. Bye.